welcome. It's Tuesday the 13th of April. As you probably saw in the time lapse, I finished work a bit earlier today, so I came back and made a start on the car. So I've just done a little bit more prep in the engine bay. I removed a few more items in there, which you'll see in the video. I'm still waiting unbelievably for the compressor. They reckon they've lost the one that they sent and was taken back, and they've lost it. So that's halting me getting a replacement, which is driving me up the wall. Anyway, some of the things to talk about at the moment. These are the F2 spoiler stands that a friend of mine, Kev, made. So thanks very much to Kev. I had 10 sets of these made. They're here. And I'm selling them. I've got multiple sets to sell. I've sold a few already. I've also taken the F2 spoiler mould. For those who've been watching for a while now know that I've had that mould off Simon, and I've taken it to someone locally, and he's going to have a go at making a few up for me. So hopefully I've sold one of them as well to somebody. I forget his name, but yeah, that's great. And the other thing to mention is, as well as these stands, the pillars that actually hold the spoiler up, there's some struts that hold the inside of the boot lid, which strengthens the boot lid to stop it flexing. So when the spoiler's on, if these just push down on the skin of the boot lid, obviously it will damage it over time. There'll be too much movement. So I've also contacted a company who is making up 20 of them, which is 10 sets in total, and looking to sell them as well. So hopefully soon on eBay, or if you want to contact me directly, I will have F2 spoilers for sale, complete with the pillars to hold the spoiler and the boot struts, as I've just mentioned. So not sure on prices yet. They have worked out these. I'm selling at £50 a pair, and the boot struts, and I don't think I'm making any money on that. It's a few quid on that. And the inner boot struts, I think it costed me £13 each, and I'm selling them at £30. So again, not a lot. I haven't got a price on the F2 wing yet. It depends how much the chap Adrian, who's doing it down the road, will do it for, and then I'll put it on. And any money we make, some money will be going to Simon, who originally bought the mould, and then hopefully some money towards the build itself. So yeah, we'll see about that. So that's an update on the F2 spoiler. I've also saw these on eBay. And these are super rare these days because they're no longer made. They're discontinued, with the white face. And with it being the white face and me going for the blue, I think these are going to look great inside, the full white inside of the car, and then obviously the blue of my cage and the other bits that are going on it. So water temp, boost, obviously for the supercharger and the volts. And I shout out again to Simon. He actually had an oil pressure one, so he sent me that one. This wasn't cheap. This was 250 for it all, and this one off Simon, he gave it to me for the price it cost him, which was only 65. This one's in really good order. I don't think there's any marks on it at all. These ones, the seller didn't send me all the bits and bobs that I needed. However, I can get the replacements apart from these bulb sections. So he's sending me, he thinks he might have one more, so if anybody knows where I can get them from, that'd be great. And at some point I'll have to lightly sand them and spray them up in matte black again, because the faces are slightly marked, only on the metal rim though. So yeah, that's the other thing that I've got. So yeah, buying lots of bits and bobs again. So I am getting really frustrated and not having a compressor to spray the underside, but hopefully, with it being Tuesday today, I'll have more towards the end of the week. And every night that I finish work, as long as the weather's nice, I'm going to keep finding little bits to do on the car. So even if it's just an hour or two here or there, it'll feel like I'm actually getting somewhere. So hopefully that's your update for Tuesday. Next time you see me will be hopefully later in the week, and I'll have some more information, and hopefully possibly the first mould of the spoiler to take a look at as well. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Speak to you soon. Little midweek update. Finally, in the garage. Look what a ride. The compressor. I also bought myself a shot blast cabinet, which I should have done a long time ago, to be honest. So I'm going to shot blast all of these before I send them off for zinc plating. I'm going to tidy up the garage this weekend and really crack on with the car because I haven't done much. But in the biggest news of all, check what's finally arrived. Super 1600. Let's get her open. thought the arches would be in here, but they're not. Literally just the bumper, so I assume the arches will come tomorrow. Babe, was it just that one parcel? So I just checked with Sean. The bloke said that the parcel one, this front bumper, which has arrived today, and the second one, which is the wings, arrives tomorrow. I realised actually I forgot to order the end caps that go on here, so I'll have to have a word with Chris about getting a pair of those sent over. I think they're about £30 from memory, but yeah, it does look a much wider. I'm glad it's in white as well, because when I line it up against the car it'll give me an idea of what it's going to look like. But yeah, really light, extremely light to be fair. This looks like it's just one. It's quite flexible, but then it's lightweight. That's what you want really. But yeah, great, wicked. I look forward to the wings coming tomorrow, because I really want to see how they compare to the Racing Puma width ones. And the last thing I ordered was some crushed glass, which is suitable for shot blasting, with my new shot blaster. So there we go, 25 kilograms. Oh, it's all coming together. Right guys, right, Saturday the 30th. I've just been out to get some supplies, to get some different connectors, so that I can go ahead and paint the underside of that. So what you're going to see me do now is set up the compressor, make sure I've got all the bits that I need. I'm going to get the crane, put the legs on it and jack up the car so it's up as high as possible, so I can spray the back half of the car. That's the plan anyway. I've also got all the bits I need in order to set up the shot blast cabinet. So still quite early on Saturday morning, so we'll crack on and see how much we can do today, but I'm pretty excited to see what we can do. Anyway, time to put you on time lapse. Right, let's do an update. Quick update. This compressor for the money, I think it's £300, but this was a refurbed one for £220, and it's been perfect. It didn't cut out or anything when I was doing the spraying, so for my needs it was absolutely perfect. I've used 3 of the Raptor tubs, and there's only 1 left, and it's not going to be enough to do the front end as well, so I'll show you anyway. But as you can see, it's looking really good. Really happy with how it's turned out. There's a few little bits I need to go over and do some filling in, but in general it's looking really good. See, there's a little bit there that's missed, the arches. So I've probably got enough to do the rest of the section up there and the tunnel and that bit over there with the other pot, and to fill in the little bits that need a second coat, and then I'll have to buy another set. Hopefully I can buy it in, I only need 2 more bottles really, not 4, so, and then I'll have to get some tint again. But the white tint that I mixed in seemed to work really well. It's all really clear and really obvious how to do it. The other thing I don't think I put in the video, is the front Super 1600 arches arrived as well. Look how wide these are. 50mm over the Racing Puma width. So what I might do later today is just put them up against the car and mock them up against the car with the bonnet, which is there, and the wings and the bumper, and see what it looks like. I think it's going to look great. But yeah, Raptor paint, great. Hyundai compressor, great. Going to use the shot blast cabinet later on this afternoon. But for now, I'm going to mix up this last pot of paint, and then I'll use thinners to clean out the gun. But yeah, I'm really happy how that's gone on. And it's looking great. I feel like I'm making a lot of progress. So let's mix up the last bottle and finish it off. Welcome back, guys. Camera's covered in paint from yesterday. It's Sunday the 1st. I've had a little tidy up in the garage, make a bit of space, put the panels up on the side, brought the shot blaster outside, so it's not going to be much in the way of content for that. We're going out today for some food, so I just thought I'd spend a few hours. I'm going to try and shot blast these bonnet brackets, these parts that hold the like a bar on in the engine bay, not sure what they're called. So I'm going to load up the blaster with the crushed glass, and I'm going to have a tack, sort of play around with the settings on it. This is different size nozzles that you can put on the end here. So that's number 5. And in the kit got these ones as well, so it'll be interesting to see what works best. So we've got a 4, 5, 6 and 7 setting. Obviously that looks to be too big. 4 is obviously the smallest, so we'll try the one that's in there, which is 5, see how we get on with that. And yeah, I really want to get these bolts cleaned up so I can send them off to Alex, who did my last batch of zinc bolts, and then once they're back from plating, now that the underside of the car is painted, I can refit the fuel tank and the lines, all the plastic clips that I've bought to replace them with, as well as the rear beam, and that should clear up some space in the garage. I've also ordered last night another pack of the Raptor, which will be enough for me to do the front arches, and then once the front arches are done and the front edge of the underside, I can then look to paint the engine bay, which I'm picking up the paint next week, and then from there I can fit the front subframe. Then in here, that's going to clear out loads more space, and then after that there'd be no reason why I can't actually drop the engine in. So hopefully within the next few weeks, once I get the engine bay painted, I can get all these major parts out of here into the car. So looking forward to doing that. But for now, I'm going to give this blast cabinet a go and see how we get on. There we are, first thing I've ever shot blasted. It works really well. That was on the size 5 nozzle. I don't think I need to get any closer than that. I might give it a little refinement. But yeah, that works really well. Excellent. So I just did that as a test piece. The priority at the moment, as I mentioned, is the nuts and bolts. So I'm going to crack on and do the bolts now. But yeah, really happy with that. So I've probably done about a quarter of what I need to shot blast. This has taken probably about 45 minutes to do these. But as you can see, pretty good. The compressor, I can see why now. I understand why people get a larger capacity compressor, because it was on pretty much all of the time in order to keep the PSI up. So if you had it on for too long, the pressure would drop, so it'd take longer to do. So it was worth letting it gain back up and then doing another 5-minute blast, because it works a lot more efficient with the more power. But yeah, happy with that. I'm going to continue to do these probably some more tomorrow, depending on how today goes. I've had a few drinks, and then get all of these finished to get them over to Alex to get them zinc coated. Okay, that's pretty much it for this video. So loads done, loads of parts that I've got. The Super 1600 arches are brilliant. I can't wait to trial fit them. I did a little bit, as you would have seen in the video, which I'm editing now, so I'll try and get some better photos of that once the bumper and the bonnet's on, to see what it looks like. Thanks for those who have stuck with us, and bear with it, because I think it's going to be about a 25-minute video. But I'm really happy with the Raptor paint that I've done. Obviously the arches are in, the blast cabinet. It's now Tuesday. I've done some more of the bolts. We'll finish them up tomorrow to get those sent for zinc plating, as mentioned in the last clip. But yeah, great to be working back on the project. I'm away next weekend, so I don't think we'll be doing much on it. But I'm in talks with Harry at the moment, who's likely to be painting my car for me, who originally had the first car and painted it green and white. He's organising getting me the white paint for me, so hopefully he'll be ordering that for me, and I can go and collect it one day this week. So thanks very much for that, Harry. And that's going to be it for now, really. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and hopefully when I see you next time, it'll be to finish off painting, using the Raptor to paint the front edge of the arches, and then hopefully painting the engine bay, which will be quite another huge, job ticked off the list. So yeah, thanks very much again for watching, and I'll catch up with you again soon.